Hi, in this video we'll learn advanced techniques of formatting strings with the format method, but they also work for f-strings. Well, the indices and keywords within the curly braces may be followed by a colon and a format string. Let's have a look. Here we have two positional arguments and one keyword argument. This is the index of the first positional argument, and this is the index of the second positional argument. This is the keyword of our keyword argument. Now let's print it out. And this is what we get. Now the integer number, which is inserted here, is formatted to be 8 characters wide. Hence, the blanks in the formatted text. Now, the second number, this one, is formatted to be also 8 characters wide and have a precision of 2 decimal places, which turns the integer from the parameter list into a float in the formatted string. If we don't use the indices in the format fields, we just start with a colon. Have a look. So this time, these positional arguments will be taken in turn. First this one, and then this one. Print text, and the result is the same. We can also use some additional flags in the format fields. Well, the first one is the following. This is the less than character. This means the string is left justified within the available space. Let's have a look. Here we're using this character. And now let's print it out. So, as you can see, this string is inserted over here, and the available space is 10 characters wide, and inside this space, this value, this string, is left justified. Then we have the greater than character, which means the string is right justified within the available space. So we can use the same example, but this time right justified, not left justified. And what we get is the following. Here, within the available space, which is 10 characters wide, this string is right justified. Okay, then we can use a 0 character. If used with a number, the output will be padded with zeros. Have a look. Number equals 125. And now we can print the following formatted string. The number is, and here we're using number, our variable, as the argument in the format method. The result is, the number is 000125. Well, the available space is 6 characters wide, and the number is padded with zeros. And here's a number with a sign. So let's redefine our number as negative 125. And let's print it now, like so. So the same formatting here. And now what we get is, the number is negative 00125. So again, the available space is 6 characters wide, but this time we have one more character, the minus sign. So we only get 2 zeros at the beginning. Fine. Then we can use a plus sign. If used with a number, a sign will be used for both positive and negative numbers. Let's have a look. Let's define num1 equal to 125 and num2 equal to negative 125. Okay, and now we can use the plus sign to format the strings. So print, it reads, you have the plus sign, format number 1. Okay, it reads plus 125. Here the sign is added. And now let's print the second number, num2. And what we get is it reads negative 125. Here's an example with a float. So let's redefine our num1 variable to be 125.548. Now we have a float. And now let's redefine num2 to be negative 125.548, for example. Now we can print it out like so. It reads plus, and here we have a float number. This means precision. So what we get is, it reads plus 125.5. So we get this precision specified over here. And we get the plus sign over here because this is a positive number. How about num2? Let's change this to num2. And what we get is it reads negative 125.5. Okay. We can also use a minus sign. If used with a number, only a negative sign will be used, but not the positive one. So let's define num1 as 125 again, and num2 as negative 125. Okay, and now we can use the minus sign to format the string like so. It reads, here we're using the minus sign, and what we get is 125. We don't get the sign over here because this is a positive number and this minus sign only works for negative numbers. So let's check out the other number, which is negative, num2. And now we have this sign over here. It reads negative 125. Fine. Then we can add a space. A space can be also used to format your strings. If used with a number, a negative sign will be used on negative numbers and a leading space on positive ones. So we have our num1 and num2 variables defined over here. That's good. And now we can print them out using a space to format the string. So instead of the minus sign, let's use a space. And let's start with number 1. So what we get is, it reads, here we get a leading space, 125. And now, let's print the other number, num2. This time, we get negative 125. So we get the sign over here. This is useful if you have to align the numbers in one column. And you don't want the plus sign at the beginning in positive numbers. Okay, next we have a comma. If used with a number, a comma will be used as a thousands separator. So let's have a look at this. we can define a variable like so, distance. Well, this number is huge and not very readable. So we can use 1000 separator to make it more readable. We can print it out using formatting like so. The distance to the star is, here we're using the separator, the comma separator, kilometers. So now the output is, the distance to the star is, and here we have 1000 separator, which makes this number much more readable. Well, comma is used after width, but before precision. Have a look. Here we have another number, amount equals, this is a float number, and now we can use a formatted string with a comma like so. The exact amount was, and here we have a comma separator, which is 1000 separator, and it's used after the width, but before the precision. So the exact amount was, now the width is 30, hence these spaces over here, and here we have the separator, and the precision is 3. So only 3 decimal places, rounded up in this case. Then we can use an equal sign. If used with a number, it will pad the number with blanks, which will be placed after the sign if there is a sign at all. So let's have a look. Print, we're using the equal sign, format, and the number to be inserted is 24, and this is what we get. The number is padded with blanks, and in this case there is no sign. But we can also use the same with a negative number, so let's make it negative 24, and now we have the sign, and then the spaces, and then the number. Now if we combine equals with 0 or plus, we can get other results. Let's have a look. First, let's combine the equal sign with 0. So we have equals and 0. And what we get is this. This time the padding consists of zeros, not spaces. And now let's also use the plus sign here. So we have equals, plus, and 0. What we get is the following: plus, the padding is with zeros, and the number itself. Finally, we can also use the caret sign, so this one. It's used to center the string within the available space. So we can use it like this. Print this string, and here we have a string literal with the following placeholder. We're using this sign, which means that the available space is 20 characters wide, and this text, this string, should be centered within the available space. What we get is this. So as you can see, this string is centered. Okay, that's it for this video. If you like it, a thumbs up would be great. Also, make sure to subscribe for future videos. If you want to leave a comment or ask a question, you're welcome to do so. Thanks for watching.